All right, thank you very much. I'm going to 15 minutes. Basically, I'm going to speak, about bodybuilding, this triangle of performing on the top, basically training, nutrition, and recovering. For theory, very fast, types of contraction, concentric. In bodybuilding, we say positive, but it means rise up the weight. Eccentric, move it down, control it, and isometric, without movement. Basically, what we get with the eccentric contraction, the acceleration force, important, it can produce up to 1.3 times more power, more strength than the positive, than the concentric. And because of this, usually is undertrained. So interesting for bodybuilding, fitness challenge especially. Next, this is theory. I'm going to be basically very fast. The benefits. Well, first, this muscle damage that stimulate the hypertrophy is the signal. So we maximize the signal. Where goes the signal? Basically, to type 2 fiber, the one that hypertrophy. And in the top also produce some neural adaptation, especially to enhance the stretch reflex, the Golgi tendinous organ. This is very technical, but simply means it's like a safety program we have in the tendon of the muscles. When we use too much contraction, it's possible to get an injury. This system, this sensor, is like send one signal to the brain, to the nervous system, to relax a little bit the muscle, so to fail, to prevent one injury. With this kind of exercising, negative, we can improve this living. Application. Well, basically, hypertrophy, the main in which we are going to speak, and the main in our sport, because to get bigger muscles, to prevent injuries, to maximize the strength, also interesting for powerlifting. Go more in detail. I'm still with the theory. When is the best moment to use to maximize the eccentric job? Well, basically in the first microcycle of the preparation of bodybuilders, the first mesocycle, when we are using a higher volume of repetition and set, and focusing in hypertrophy. In the second mesocycles, when we are using the heaviest weight, and especially for sports in which is very important, explosive, to get the result, not in bodybuilding, but in others. When usually not to do it? Basically, when we are on hard diet, to resume. Because, as I told, this very high signal also obliges a very high recovering. Recovering is also very important in our nutrition. But when we prepare for competition, as Mr. Isola explained, we cut the calories, it's more complicated to recover. So it's not the best moment to use to maximize the eccentric. The key of the benefits are the time under tension. You see, the tooth means time under tension. This is the key. How long? Between 30 seconds and 60 seconds in one set. In one set, we are going to work to maximize the eccentric between 30 seconds to 60 seconds until we relax. Type of eccentric, well, super slow. What means super slow? 15 seconds to 20 seconds each repetition. It's really, really slow. So to use this, we can't use too many repetitions. So basically 2 to 3. A little bit faster, around 10 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds, 4-5 repetitions. As we go a little bit faster, I can do more repetitions. And 5 to 6. This, it seems, by theory, by experience, is the best ratio for hypertrophy. 5 to 6 seconds moving down the weight. For how many repetitions? 5 to 6. Okay? Combining now concentric and eccentric. And this is for advanced athletes. Why? Because they are adapted to recover to such exercise. So basically, we can make 6 repetitions total, alternating 2 repetitions, 5 to 6 seconds. I will need one help to rise. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one by myself, explosive. By myself. All right? Usually the intensity I'm going to use will be 65-70% of my maximum I can do. Why? Because I'm going to strain between 30 seconds to 60 seconds under tension. So I can do one maximum, of course. Yeah, but once, not during 30 seconds, okay? Or somebody help me. I slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I try to do up explosive, concentric. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So that's it. It's the other, basically, strategy. This is one other variant. 2 to 4 repetitions, 5 to 6 seconds, 85%. So more weight, because I have less repetitions. Another version, or not version, another strategy I can do, it's working in machines or in bilateral movement. For example, in leg extension, I can rise to the concentric with both, but then I will do the eccentric with one. I will use more muscle retreat using both sides, but then I will control with one. This is simply a strategy. Next, please. Methods. We saw basically the quasi-maximal 4 to 6 repetitions, 20 seconds resting between reps. How I can slow down between 4 seconds to 5 seconds. This cluster format, cluster is how to make smaller set in one set until I completely stops. So this will be 4 to 6. I rise around 70% my maximum strength, more or less. I don't want to measure what is 70%, 71, 72, 73. You must learn to feel your body. Understand me? We can be with one measure how if I'm doing 71, 72. So means around 70% of my maximum strength to do once. Then I will slow down for 4, 5 seconds. I will breathe and recover how long? Up to 20 seconds. Once again, okay? How long? 4 to 6. Maximal, now 3 to 4, the same 20 second resting, but I will use more weight. 70 to 80 for concentric, 100% eccentric. This means that if I use my 80%, if I slow down, I'm still at 80%. How to do? One colleague push me down. So you need somebody to help you. So that way, you don't need nothing but your body to lift, but you need to be assisted to move down. And supramaximal for 1-2 repetitions, it was very, very, very hard, of course. Once again, 70-80% to rise up. And now is when I also need to push me more. Or if I'm doing in one bench, I can rise, and when I reach the limit, somebody put one more plate, and then I can't. I will rest. How long? Around 20 seconds. One more repetition. Okay? Next. Basically, that's it. As overall, 3 main benefits: more strength, more hypertrophy, and more control of my body. Up to 1.3, 1.2, 120% more force production. And this is important: 48 to 72 hours of recovery between these sessions. Otherwise, we will be overtrained. 12 minutes. Thank you very much.